This guy right here literally broke the YouTube algorithm and got over 7 million views on a video that doesn't even make sense if you just watch it. Let me explain. So before you watch this video, you need to understand how the YouTube algorithm works. In a nutshell, the YouTube algorithm aims to show the right videos to the right people. It takes into consideration factors like what types of videos you've watched in the past, what you've liked and disliked based off of some other metrics, what other people with similar interests are interested in, and YouTube tries to find out which kind of content you would like to watch and that you would watch through as much as possible. And to have your videos rank high within the YouTube algorithm, you need to reverse engineer this. You want your videos to be considered good by the algorithm, and you want to aim your videos at people with a certain interest. So how does YouTube figure out which kind of content is good or bad? Well, there's a certain metric called average view duration. Simply means how long the average viewer watches your video. If most people click off of your video within a few seconds, your average view duration will only be a couple seconds. And YouTube will categorize your video as being terrible because it couldn't even hold people's attention for the intro. And we want to hold people's attention as much as we possibly can. And if you successfully do that, then YouTube will categorize your video as being incredible. And your video will enter the God tier of YouTube videos. And it'll keep recommending your content to bigger and bigger audiences with that specific interest. Now there's this YouTuber, his name is Daps, and he made a case study with a genius trick to prove this. He made a video that was only 30 seconds long. So at this point, you're probably saying, well, Matt, if the video is only 30 seconds, the maximum amount of watch time this video could accrue would only be 30 seconds, which isn't that much. Now you could get a super high average view duration getting 100%, but you need to remember watch time is important too, isn't it? Of course it is. But the crazy thing about this video that is a genius trick is that it's actually a 2-minute video that is sped up by 400%. And if you watch the video at normal speed, it doesn't make any sense. It's just a rambling mess that just goes super fast throughout the video. But at the very beginning of the video, he asks viewers to slow down the video and set the playback speed to 25%, which is actually an option. If you weren't aware of that, you can slow down the speed that you play your videos at. And he does this so people can understand what he's saying. And then he goes on to explain how important average view duration and watch time is on YouTube. And the trick seems to have actually worked. The video was recommended to an insane amount of people, and as I mentioned, it got over 7 million views. And what's the reasoning behind that? It's a 30-second video that people normally were watching for 2 minutes because they slowed it down, and YouTube counts that watch time even if the video is slowed down, which makes the retention rate over 100%. So not only is it getting a lot of watch time, the retention rate's over 100% on average. And just to give you some context, if you have a 10-minute video on YouTube that gets 6 minutes of watch time, like a 60% audience retention rate, that's incredibly good. Most of my videos that have gone super mega viral on YouTube have hit numbers similar to that. But since this video was 30 seconds long, and I would assume a lot of people watch this full video at 25% speed, that retention rate would be close to 400%, which is insanely good. It literally broke the algorithm. It tricked it into recommending this video to more and more people. Now you might be saying, Matt, does that mean I should speed up my videos to be insanely fast and do this same exact trick? And my answer to that is no, not at all. But this is just pointing out how important audience retention and watch time are to the algorithm, and how you should aim to have as high as possible of these analytics. And since your videos are going to be played at a normal rate, you have to put in some work to keep people watching. But luckily, there are some simple tricks that you can do to keep people watching as much as you possibly can. Tip 1, hook your viewers. Notice in this video, I opened it up with a mystery, with a curiosity that you likely wanted to know the answer of. You want to know, what was this trick and how did this person get this much watch time? So a compelling hook to hook viewers immediately is typically a question that invokes some type of curiosity, or even a sneak peek on what's coming up in the video. And that brings me to tip number 2, which is you can also just do no intro at all. If you don't want to lose your viewers' attention, don't give them a chance to. Just get straight into the value in your video. Don't sit there and be like, oh, hi, my name is this, and give this whole long explanation about the video. Nobody cares about that. People are clicking the video for the main value proposition of it, whether it's entertainment or educational value. Just get straight into it as fast as possible. But if you're going to do an intro, make sure to do a hook intro. And tip number 3 is to have a well-written script. Don't just guess what you're going to say within your video, and don't just ad-lib it for the most part. Make sure you have a script and you have a structure that's going to keep people's attention. And remember, the best script is one that gives viewers value, whether it's entertainment or educational value. Tip number 4, have rabbits in your video. As you can see, there's some rabbits running around right there. I'm at this Airbnb in Costa Rica, and for some reason they have rabbits in the yard all running around. And what I mean by that is to have something out of the ordinary that your viewers aren't expecting. The last thing you probably expected in this video was to see rabbits running around, but there it is. And something out of the ordinary that's a pattern interrupt is always a good idea. Tip 5, keep up the pace. Cut out any unnecessary information. Get straight to it. People don't care about the ums and ahs and all that type of stuff. Get straight into it. Editing is super crucial for this part, so you can cut out all of those dull moments. Next tip, put lots of titles throughout your video. That will help keep people's attention. Next tip, experiment and adapt. Don't be afraid to try out new styles of videos. Like this video right here I'm making is a new style. It's something that I'm experimenting with. Tip number 8, analyze your analytics. YouTube gives you the keys to the kingdom with your analytics. Just go into them, go to your audience retention on individual videos, see when people drop off on average, write down what happened during that point. Like say during that point, I was rambling about something that wasn't related to the video, and then make sure not to do that again on future videos. Or if you notice audience retention peaks, and let's say at that point you were talking about how there's rabbits in the background of your video, write that down, go to an animal shelter, adopt a bunch of rabbits, and put them in the background of all your videos. No, I'm just kidding there, but you get the point. You want to optimize based on what is keeping people's attention. Tip 9, also keep your outros short. Don't ask people to subscribe and like and all that type of stuff. Instead, just refer people to another one of your videos, and that'll increase what's known as session time, which will in turn also greatly help your videos and give an extra boost to your videos within the algorithm. So now we've seen how important audience retention is, but what if I were to tell you there's another statistic that's almost just as important, which is click-through rate. And click-through rate is the percentage of people who click to watch your video as opposed to all the other videos that are out there. Because if you don't get people to click your amazing video in the first place, how are they going to find it? To make your video have a super high click-through rate, we need a super high click-through rate thumbnail. And this is very easy to do. Just make sure to model what has already worked in terms on your niche. Use something like Snappa that has tons of thumbnail templates to make your own thumbnail. Use bright colors, make sure everything is big and easy to read. Keep your primary objects within the thumbnail to a minimum. Really 1 to 3 is ideal. If you have text, keep it to an absolute minimum, make it as big as you possibly can. And also whenever you possibly can, try to invoke curiosity. So let me give you an example. With this thumbnail on this video right here, my plan at least at this point is to have an image of a person with their face blurred out with like a question mark over it. That invokes curiosity. Who's this person? And the title also invokes curiosity. How did he get 7 million views using this weird technique? And I've implemented these secrets on all of my different YouTube channels, including this personal channel right here called Make Money Matt, which gets over 1.5 million views per month, as well as all of my faceless niche channels. Now, a faceless channel is a channel where you never even show your face or step in front of a camera. And I'm gonna actually show you exactly how to run a faceless channel in this video right here. It will show you how to do it step by step, the best niches to do this in, how to generate tons of content quickly, exactly how to do it. I'm gonna show you, as well as how to get tons of views on your content. It's all in this video right here. It's basically a free course for you. I just wanna give you value. Hope it helps, and I'll see you there.